Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Kristen, and this is our first camping trip of the summer season. So I thought I'd do a little pack video with me, and I throw in a breakfast and a dinner that we had while we were out camping. We're going to Central Oregon and ride the dunes, side by sides, So I'm just sit back and watch me get ready for the trip. So here's just a little overview of the scenery that we got to enjoy while we were camping. Okay, so I'm making sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches for breakfast. I think this was the first morning we were there. And first I'm going to start by portioning out this Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage and forming them into patties as even as I can get them. And then I will put them into a nice hot pan with some water, and the water will help steam and cook them nice and evenly. All right, and now I'm going to toast some sourdough English muffins and get those nice and ready to go. So once the patties are all done cooking, I will melt some American cheese over each sausage patty. I'm going to add a little bit more water into the pan again, and the steam will help really melt down that cheese nice and quick and make it nice and creamy. All right, and then I'll take the sausages out of the pan once the cheese is all melted, and I'll keep them warm in the oven while I cook an egg. 4 eggs, actually, because there's 4 sandwiches. So I'm going to crack an egg. I like making the eggs for these sandwiches because you don't have to worry about if you're breaking the yolk or not, because, see, I did it anyway. But I'm going to break the yolks on all the eggs and make a hard fried egg. And that works the best on these sandwiches, of course, unless you want to have hot yolk dripping down. But, I think it just works just really well with the hard fried egg. Is that the right term for it? And I'm going to season the eggs with some seasoning salt here and some black pepper, lots of black pepper. I can never put too much pepper on pretty much anything. They just love it. And then I'll just kind of cut each egg into 4 separate eggs and just kind of flip them over and cook the other side. Ooh, that one didn't flip very good. It's okay. And then the sandwiches will be basically done at this point. You just have to build them, and look how delicious. I love these sandwiches for camping because they're really filling and they're pretty quick to make, and I just really love them. I topped my egg with some Cholula. I didn't show that, but I love Cholula on eggs. Okay, and then to go along with my breakfast sandwich, I'm going to have an iced coffee. So this is the easiest way I make my coffee, just instant espresso powder and some water, and there you go. It's really quick and easy. I do this at home all the time, not just when I'm camping, but it's just my favorite way to have coffee. And this Chobani hazelnut creamer is so good, and I just love it. So it's time to start tidying up here. It is super, super sandy and really dusty where we are, and my trailer just got so much dirt on the inside from us going in and out, and plus it was really windy one day. So I spent a lot of time actually sweeping and just kind of wiping down all the countertops and trying to keep it as neat as I can. So now I'm just cleaning up the breakfast dishes, and so that I'll have the rest of my day free and don't have to worry about it. Excuse my shirt, that the water just got really messy. Our plumbing isn't working very well in my trailer, so anyway, it needs to get fixed. And then I'm going to wipe down the stovetop so it'll be all ready for the next meal I make, and just keep the mess to a minimum. Okay, and then this is the last meal that we had on our last night. It's French dip sliders, but I'm making them into sandwiches and not sliders. So just a bigger slider, really. So I have one whole onion here, and I'm going to thinly slice it so that I can saute it in some butter and some canola oil. I have it up kind of high, but you want to saute the onions about 10 to 15 minutes until they're caramelized and really soft, and they're going to go on in the sandwiches actually. So just putting the whole onion in there. Only 3 of the sandwiches are going to have onion because my son doesn't like onions, so I'm just going to make enough for 3 sandwiches. And I'm going to season with pepper and the seasoning salt again that I used on the eggs, and just let those hang out and saute away, stirring them every once in a while. And here they are, all done. I love the caramelized edges and some crispy bits in there too. So I'll take the onions out of the pan and just set them aside until I'm ready to build the sandwiches. And then with this pan still quite warm, I'm going to toast these burger buns. This brand Carb Master is really good. If you have it at the store where you live, you should really try them because they're lower carb than regular hamburger buns, and we really like them. So I'm just going to remove the toasted buns from the pan. Then put the buns onto a foil-lined baking sheet. Then add some pepper jack. You can use whatever cheese you want to use, but I wanted to use pepper jack. And then I'm going to top the cheese with the roast beef for the French dip sandwiches. Okay, and then on top of the meat, I'm going to put the sauteed onions, only on 3 of the sandwiches. So if you were making these out of sliders or making these into sliders, you'll get some, like, say, King's Hawaiian buns, the slider rolls, and then slice them down the middle and separate them and work them like that. But I will have this recipe in the description box if you want to do it the way it's written. But, again, this is just how I'm doing them. And then we'll put the tops of the buns back onto the sandwiches. And I have my oven preheated to 350, by the way. I had to take them out of the oven though because I forgot to add on the melted butter with onion soup mix. That was to be brushed on top. And then also I'm making some au jus to go along for dipping. So here I have some butter, melted butter, and I'm going to sprinkle in some of this onion soup mix. I'm trying not to put too much because this is really salty stuff. Plus with the au jus, you know, we have plenty of sodium going on here. So I'm going to brush or spoon the butter onion soup mixture on top and put them back into the oven. And they'll sit in there for like 10 or 15 minutes just until the cheese is all melted. Just like that. And these turned out so good. Look how good those look. Oh my gosh, these were so yummy. I'm going to be making these quite often, I'm sure. Look, they just look so beautiful. And I had some macaroni salad on the side of mine, and it was great. And then after dinner, then we kind of all head outside, and this is the nighttime view of the place that we're camping. And they have this little enclosure that they built, the people that have the land. And then we have the bonfire. They cleared out a bunch of the sagebrush, and so we're burning that down and clearing out some of the garbage too that, you know, we've accumulated in the trailers. And that's pretty much all the camping trip is here. Here's a view of Mount Hood on our way home. It was just beautiful with the snow on it, and it was gorgeous. So I hope you liked this video. It's kind of a little bit of a different thing for me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.